Max Torres here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio for the Adidas All-American Bowl with Oregon linebacker Signee Kamar Mothudi. We are wrapping up day 3 out here. How's it been for you, just this experience?
Yeah, no, it's been an awesome experience. It's been a lot, I'm not going to lie, but definitely a fun experience for sure.
And it's cool to think back, at least with you, Kamar. I don't know. I don't think I ever told you this, but at the National Combine last year here, that was the first time I heard of you. Okay. And then I think Oregon offered pretty shortly after that. Yeah. So what's it like just being at the Combine and then being back on this stage now?
It's definitely surreal. Like, walking through the Alamo Dome, I look at different spots where I was at waiting for the Combine to start. Like, I was literally sitting over there watching the game and thinking, man, it'd be awesome if I would be able to play in the game or if I could be in this position. And sure enough, a year later, here I am. It's been amazing. So, yeah.
And then you signed your letter of intent with the Ducks last month. So that was probably a pretty cool experience. Just how did it feel, just that experience, getting to put the pen to paper? Yeah, definitely was surreal. It's a moment. You hear about it, you hear different people talk about it, you see photos, you just hear all about it. But to actually, experience it and live through it, it was amazing. And you have a cool story, because I remember I interviewed you after you got that Oregon offer. You told me you were like running through the hallways at Campbell Hall, and then you end up at Los Al for your senior year, and now you're going to be heading to Oregon. Can you just reflect a little bit on your high school career and just kind of your development?
Yeah, man, it's definitely been a journey, from a freshman quarantine season, only playing 4 games, to coming sophomore, and not even thinking about playing college football, to be honest, to getting a little bit of interest, to going to combines and camps, to showing out at combines and camps, and then offers and coaches and recruiting starting to picking up, to eventually end up here. It's been crazy.
You said you weren't even thinking about playing college football?
I mean, it was always a thought in my head, like I could see it happening, but thinking, I'm for sure going to be playing at a Power 5, I'm for sure going to be going D1, it's audio. It just wasn't really a thought, like, could I have done, like, if I really thought about it, could I have done it? Yeah, but I honestly wasn't even thinking about it.
Wow, I don't think I knew that. That's cool.
Yeah.
What okay, so if you take that into account, what advice would you give for future recruits that are looking to follow in your footsteps, but maybe they don't have a lot of traction just yet?
Man, I mean, I've said it a few times in like different things, but comparison's the thief of joy. You really just need to kind of stay your own path if your goal is to play in college, and eventually on Sundays play at the next level, at a high level. You kind of just need to work on yourself, stay your path, and just grind.
Awesome. Okay. And then looking at your recruitment, just your story, you got the offer from Carlos Lachlan, I believe it was, and then you had interest from Oregon and Nebraska, I think. Michigan State was another one. What was your recruiting process like, just kind of getting to travel all throughout the country and then ultimately land on Oregon?
Yeah, no, it was awesome, going to travel all these cool schools, build all these relationships with different coaches. I mean, literally coast to coast, and going to see the country was definitely just an awesome experience, multiple awesome experiences. I really enjoyed every single one of them, so yeah.
Definitely a unique deal, getting to do that, unique opportunity. I want to say your recruitment came down for the most part to Oregon and Michigan State. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but yeah, I think I had that. What was it about Oregon that really pushed the Ducks over the top?
Proximity to my home. I mean, West Coast, stay where you're known at, being on the West Coast was definitely a huge factor. Michigan State and Oregon definitely stacked up the same in a lot of ways, but I think being closer to home definitely gave them the edge. And them also being earlier in my recruiting process, so I'd been hearing from the coaches longer. Yeah.
And when you're looking at the Oregon recruitment, you have Dan Lanning, Tosh Lapoy, B. Mike. Tell us a little bit about B. Mike. You let your face lit up a little bit there. I feel like people don't know too much about him.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that either. But no, B. Mike, he's really my guy. I've spent countless hours, watching film, spending time with him. He's definitely a coach who's very excited about what he does. He really does love what he does. He loves his players and he loves to coach. And to be able to learn from somebody like that is all I could ask for,
Okay, yeah, he's been a great addition, obviously. The Ducks had a great season on defense, and the linebackers were a big part of that. Jeffrey Bossa coming back. I don't know if you saw that news. What else do I have for you? One of the interesting things that I like to focus on is the idea of pipelines. Certain areas and Southern California has obviously come a huge pipeline for the Ducks. I mean, that's part of the reason I moved there. But when you have schools like UCLA and USC, right in your backyard, can you just talk a little bit about kind of Southern California football and just how important that is for Oregon in your eyes?
Yeah, I think it really is kind of the Pac-12 because, like you said, UCLA, USC are in our backyards. But then I feel like you can almost kind of add Oregon. I feel like, especially being in LA, a lot of LA kids see Oregon on TV all the time, playing USC or UCLA, whether they're winning or losing, kind of like seeing them like, oh, that school is not too far from us. And they always have cool jerseys or they always have standout players, from in my lifetime, so just I kind of add that into the backyard. That's why it's such a big pipeline because, we're admiring all of those schools. So, yeah.
Okay. Just a little bit more, then we'll get you out of here. You're a really talented linebacker. A couple of different things that, come to mind are athleticism, versatility, covering. How do you describe your game as a linebacker?
Oh, how do I describe it? A mix of physicality and finesse. I think that's how I would say, if the hole needs to be plugged and the tackle needs to be made on the goal line, I can definitely do it. But I also think what gives me an edge over a lot of linebackers is my ability to cover, small slots or long, lengthy outside receivers. I think I can really go toe-to-toe with all of them. So, yeah.
And what's your height and weight right now?
6'3", 228 is what I measured in at for this. So, yeah.
Okay. And then you're part of a really solid linebacker haul. Sure. You got yourself, Braden Platt, who's out here, Dylan Williams, Bash Bros. Just tell me a little bit about this linebacker group and kind of what you feel you guys bring to the table.
I think honestly our regardless of what recruiting sites say and everything, I really truly believe we have one of the best, not one of the best linebacker class in the nation. B. Platt, he's actually my roommate, which is funny too. So playing here with him and learning from him and seeing how he is as a player, is awesome. And then you have Dylan, who I've spent so much time with. We're both from the same area, so I'm very close with him. And then you add me, and we mix that all together. I think we're going to be something special for sure.
2024 class is the best in Oregon history. Actually, I don't know if you knew. I'm pretty sure it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I think they're at 4 the last I saw. They've never signed a top 5, but I'm pretty confident that it's the best group they've ever had. Okay. What do you think hearing that, and then just what do people need to know about this group coming to Eugene?
Oh man, wow! I did not know. I knew we were definitely like a upper tier class, but I didn't know we were the highest in program history. That's awesome. That's definitely an honor. I think it's a special class. I also feel like we're closer than a lot of other classes. Talking to other recruits here, these other schools here like Alabama and Georgia, everyone has commits here or signees. But I feel like we're closer to a lot of classes. We have group chats, we all talk. Majority of us are early enrolling, so we're just getting a mesh earlier, we're getting in the program earlier, in the system earlier, and it's going to be something special for sure.
And when are you going to be getting out to Eugene to get things rolling?
January 7th. So me, Jericho, almost all of us, I think except for Fox, are coming straight from here, straight from the All-American Bowl to Eugene on the 7th. So, yeah.
All right, last one I had for you, Kamar. I like to kind of end the interview by giving the microphone over to the recruit. Anything that you wanted to talk about more or that we didn't get to talk about or that you want people to know about Kamar Mothudi, the new Oregon linebacker.
Yeah. I think the first thing that came to mind is that Boss was returning. I definitely saw that, and my people might be like, it's like less opportunity for playing time. That's not where my mind went. I kind of thought like it's going to be an honor to be able to learn from someone who's been in the program as long as he has. Like I really am excited for that because if he's goes where they have him projected, and if he'll be as good as they think he'll be, then to be able to learn from somebody like that it's really amazing. That's one thing. I'm just super excited to get up there. I know it's gonna be hard work. I know it's gonna be a lot, but we'll see the results next season. And I'm just super excited to play. So yeah.
Right on. Thanks for the time, Kamar.
Yeah, of course.